Okay, finally, we've seen what is going on in Nigeria presently. Trump came out yesterday again and insisted that the U.S. Congress should give a report on the consistent killing in Nigeria. He said, not when he's alive, with the killings of Christians in Nigeria continue to happen. Now, the Hausa are begging Trump seriously. They said only division can solve this menace and this problem of killing in Nigeria. They said if you go to the Middle Belt, just 4 months ago, we saw 200 people were innocently killed, houses were burnt in Benue, and the Nigerian government, to be sincere, we don't think they have the solution as regards this. Now they are really begging Trump. They said, Mr. President, please, as a father, kindly divide this country in peace. What do you have to say as regards this?
The concentration of these interests has become a burden to Hausas and Northern Christians, and to an extent, Southern bloc too. We're not talking about the Eastern Nigeria that is majorly Christians anyway, that is also experiencing invasions by the Fulanis, and that is just the truth. When you see the Hausas who has been conquered politically and otherwise, traditionally, by the Fulanis, trying to sneak out, with a little space they can have, to call the international community to act quickly, and let the country go their separate ways, and that's the only way, this issue of killings can actually reduce. But you remember now that a lot of these sects, Islamic sects, all of them now are making preparations, hitting soft targets. They are prepared to begin to hide themselves, because of what America have decided to do at this particular time. That and they know they are actually the target. See, they are trying to devise another means, avoid issue instruction, safety instruction. But these are the people that said they want to die. You can see now they are started, hiding themselves. Just to tell you how unfortunate Nigerian nation has actually, become. You can see the ISWAP has issued a statement. Hide yourself if you're everywhere you are. All these guys, all those sects now are making arrangements in that regard. So what does that tell you? And you can see that currently now the United States of government, have the list of people who are sponsoring these people, whether they like it or not, and has issued over 80,000 visa ban, revoked over 80,000 visas of Nigerian officials, businessmen, whom they believe that are involved in the act of sponsoring killings in Nigeria under in the name of a totally established Islamic government. That's the news. So they are not far from the truth, and that's the message the Hausa community are passing to the global world currently now, that the United States of America should intervene on their behalf. Intervention is safety.
So the division, do you think that division is really the solution?
Of course, that will bring an everlasting solution to the issue on ground. There's no need of pretending. The government themselves acknowledge there is killing. The government themselves acknowledge there is killing. Officials acknowledge there is killing. The military acknowledge there is killing. The police acknowledge there is killing. Citizens acknowledge there is killing. Then who are you to say there's no killing in Nigeria? I don't understand. Or you're just you're mocking yourself by saying there's no killing in Nigeria. I don't understand.
But the current president said so. The current president said so.
Bishop Kuka said so. Some prominent and some are calling on the
Okay,
Western religious leaders
these people
in
you are
Nigeria.
mentioning now,
Yes.
go and look at their record. Go and look at their statement about 5, 6, 7 years ago. What were they actually saying? The same government you have today reported the same matter to the United States government, saying under Jonathan that there was killing. Nigerians are not truthful. They pretend a lot. That's why they are taking advantage of our mass cowardness, let me put it that way, to oppress us and suppress us. What you say, you are a sovereign nation. Do you know what is called a sovereign nation? You are claiming that people, bandits or Boko Haram or whatever you call them, from outside the country is invading your own country, and you are watching them kill your own citizens. I don't know the justification for that. I don't know. It looks like, maybe your families, all of them are abroad. But all those our women and children who are victims, families who are victims, can you come closer to them and ask them, is there any killing in Nigeria? Then they will tell you. It is not going to stop. I don't know how they manage that, who is telling them they are going to stop it. And because these people are projecting a certain agenda. How do you want to stop it? So the only thing you can do at this point in time is to see, if you are giving something full options of a situation, full options of a situation for anybody to choose. Return Nigeria to regionalism. Let every region control whatever it has. If you feel that this is your own faith, this is your own religion, this is your own policy, this is your own tradition, this is your own culture, whatever it is, practice it within yourself and be satisfied. Anybody that comes into that space and refuse to abide by that law should be seen as somebody who is looking for trouble. Because that person have somewhere else he can go and practice whatever he believes and live safely there. If you choose to be a suicide mission, a suicider there, it's okay. Because that's what they encourage. If you want to live in peace there, it's okay. Because that's what the region encourages. That's the only way out. But to not to maintain this secular thing that does not secular anywhere, it's a threat to the unity you are trying to protect. You say you want unity. Yes, it's unity. Can you protect? Well, how do you not protect the unity? You protect unity by allowing those things that encourages unity. Allow people to be free. Let Nigerians be free. Let Nigerians be free. Worship anything. Nobody should disturb them. Nigerians are already suffering. The wealth you are talking about, the crude oil you are talking about, the whatever you think you are talking about, how judiciously have you benefited the ordinary man on the street? And that's the question we have to ask ourselves, and that's the question we continue to ask ourselves. The unity of Nigeria can never stand. Our people are dying. That's the region. It's a yes thing. America's intervention should include total disintegration of Nigeria. And that's what they are saying. The international community. And I know very clearly that once it is going towards that direction, but nobody should question that. What is Nigeria offering any of these regions that they cannot offer themselves? That's the question. What are they offering these regions that they cannot offer themselves? We are in unity, and a certain agenda is being used against a certain people, and you said it is okay, it is Nigeria, and it has to work well done. Continue to pretend, and that's where we continue to end ourselves, and that's when we begin to experience, interventions here and there, whether it is going to be good or going to be bad. Nigeria has already created a space by themselves. The leadership created it. This is how many 65 years Nigeria has not stable light. The ordinary light, una dey pretend. Make una continue to pretend now. Ordinary light, we have all the resources the world need to survive as a nation in Nigeria. There's no state that's not blessed. Or when they bring in bandits, they keep everybody run away. They take the resources of that place and they go and enjoy themselves at the end of the day. And they will tell you that nobody is dying. There's no genocide in Nigeria. Okay, the world has taken note of that, and they have decided that, what they want to do, and that's why the Hausa community, the Christian North, is saying clearly that there will be there's no need of continued unity, that America should do the needful and let the world, the Nigeria, go their separate ways. Thank you.